Guys, they said it was such an emotional moment when the jewel's grandmother came to the palace, and they said she came to pray. And they say a lot of people's hearts were melted when and how the king welcomed her. Some people said she came unannounced, but some people are saying that the jewel told the king about her coming, and that was why he came out by himself, to come and welcome the jewel's grandmother. According to the information, this particular grandmother, they said, is from her paternal side. Remember that when the jewel wanted to get married to the king, information have it that the father was not in support of it. And for that reason, even the father's mother, which is the grandmother we are talking about right now, did not also support the marriage due to the fact that they know how fragile the queen is, the jewel is, that the king might end up not marrying only her, and of which that is happening today. Because I believe that even if the jewel did not leave the palace the way she left, the elders will still persuade the king or push the king into marrying other women. So, and who knows if that is one of the reasons she left too, because they keep complaining about women things. So the grandmother did not also support the marriage at the initial stage. But ever since she got married and things went the way it is today, the father at some point supported her to go back to the marriage since she have gotten married to the king. And the father too have been supporting in any way he can to see that these two reunite together again. Remember that during that full moon ritual, there are certain things they said the father have to do, and he did all of that to show that he supports the jewel to reunite with the king. So I believe that maybe it's because they have seen that the father, so maybe the grandmother have seen that her son now support the daughter to go back to the palace. So according to the information, they said the woman came to the palace for the first time. That ever since the jewel got married to the king, she have not come to the palace. So, and according to her, she said she was led to come and pray in the palace for the success of the Ofarende ritual. And there are certain things that she said. According to her, she said when the king welcomed her, they said the king welcomed her very well, and she came with a gift. According to her, the gift is to thank the king for trying to make as in reconcile with the jewel and bring back her honor, because according to the grandmother said that they have told her that the jewel is better off with her husband, which is the king, than the way it is right now. So they say after the king welcomed her, she handed over the gift that she came with to the king's head, and they say she started praying. And she did not come alone. She came with few women from Akure, and they said her prayers were that the queen, that is the jewel, will return back to her home, and the land will restore her dignity and her honor. That the same land that witnessed her tears, because they said the day she left in tears, that they are going to wipe, that in the land will wipe her tears and witness her laughter. That good things will happen to her, that her return is going to be more blessed than what it was while she was in the palace. And they said the woman prayed and prayed. She said a lot of prayers that I cannot even remember, to tell you that she is there to bless that marriage again. That said the king was saying, say with the women that she came with, they were concurring to her prayers. And after that, they said the king asked them to come in while they attended to them. They really welcomed them very well. And they said while the woman was praying, people were shedding tears of joy. I know a lot of people became emotional due to the kind of things she was saying. Even the king too was touched by the woman's prayers. And after which they were attended to in a way that the king honored her as if she's one of these big celebs like that. They said the king was very, very happy welcoming the woman for the first time, because the king understand what it means for an elderly person, because they said the woman is very old, you know. He understand what it means for a woman to come to her palace, to his palace, to say those prayers, because in as much as she came to pray for the success of the Ofarende ritual, they said she also ran a lot of praise prayers for the king, that his reign shall be successful. He is going to reign for a very long time, that he will be a king to remember. They said there is no kind of prayers that the woman did not pray for the king and for the jewel, after which they were attended to very well. And I said, this is good though. And from what we are hearing right now, they said the family, that is the paternal side, they are now in full support. The only person who is still a problem to this marriage from that her paternal side happens to be that her uncle, the one that was arranging Pastor David to come and marry her. They said the father is even having problem with that uncle, because the father have told her that if you cannot support the jewel to go back to her marriage, stop being a problem to that marriage. Because with what the uncle is doing, they said the uncle is trying to encourage other family members, especially that is the father's family members, to fight that marriage, to ensure that the marriage did not hold again, that the jewel deserve better, that what the king is doing to her is not fair, this and that. You know, he was just trying to discourage everyone to support him and fight against the queen going back to the king. And they said the father does not like that at all. So for her grandmother to come and they pray the way she did, saying that they led her, she was led by the spirit, it simply means that the land, or will I say her paternal side too, have encouraged the reunion of the queen and the king. Yes, now, because there is no how an elderly person like this will come saying that the gods led her. She was led by the spirit to come and pray. That means a whole lot for those people who may not understand it. Especially maybe she did not even discuss it with the jewel, but maybe she told the jewel about it and the jewel said, okay, go ahead, because as it is right now, the jewel is ready to make up with her husband. So that is what we are hearing, if the information is true. They said she was welcomed very well by the king. People were surprised the way the king welcomed her, you know. So don't forget that these are all alleged unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them. Okay, thanks for watching. Share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.